Good morning. So happy Wednesday. I'm out here this morning doing a little bit of garden TLC to our backwater garden area so we can make sure all this goodness is coming through. You'll always leave all the limbs and everything in until about this time because different insects are kind of making their home in here. So I did a little bit of that and thinned out some of the mustard, but you see our beautiful stands of Solomon seal are coming in back here. The Nanking cherry is really leafing out, so we should get a lot of cherries on there. And I was looking for the third one. I couldn't remember where I planted it, and it's actually right behind the bigger one. I don't know if you see that right there. So yeah, all of this is looking just so happy and wonderful. We have the sumac, the tiger sumac here and here, some ajuba. This is just really finally starting to spread nicely. This ground cover, it's a wonderful ground cover. The bees love it. And our carpet of wood poppies is coming in. You see that? Always, that's like happiness. Always love when they're spreading. And it took a while for them. I only had planted a few plants back here, and they just kind of took off. You had the maiden ferns, and back behind that, euphorbia, May-apples are spreading themselves out over here. Another plant that took a while to kind of take, but that's just like happiness in there. In this area there's more Solomon seal, but you have some lilies of the valley mixed in here as well, which they tend to resemble each other a little bit, but you'd have to look closely to see the difference. And because we excuse me, had that large limb that came down, it's created this funnel of sun that now can come into this area. So that's going to be a positive impact. But yeah, things are happening back here. You know, the viburnums and the maples are all leafing out. And you see, just like a week or so ago, it was still a little limby back here. But this is kind of starting to show the kind of the spring dance. And it just keeps getting better. It's just like really cool. So my goal, and when all this was designed by divine design, if you will, was that this would be a multi-seasonal space, and that's essentially what it's turned into. You know, you have hostas back here. This area tends to get, you know, have hostas over here. And this is where a lot of our microclimate is. So it when it's really, really warm out here, this is a nice place to be. And all the ponds, of course, are back here. And that's something else that we're gonna need to get to at some point. We generally get to that maintenance right in between the spring and summer, but some maintenance as far as cleaning out the sticks and things. We might start some of that during our volunteer Earth Day, depending on who comes, because we have sticks that fall down. And same with the big pond. I've seen the fish swimming around in here with all the frogs, and we take some of that's in there, all the leaf matter with all the pond mixture, and we also put that in our composting area. So yeah, things are quite happy back here. I know in the fall of last year we did do a lot of trimming of the shrubs and, you know, some of the smaller trees to get a lot of the dead branches off. But we've had, you know, a lot of wind and a little bit of storms that have come, so we still have some things that have come down, and we'll need to just, you know, every once in a while come back here and do some TLC. Like I was telling one of our volunteers, this is an infinite space, so it's not finite. It just keeps going. So I just wanted to remind folks, we have our you know, our little Earth Day thing on Saturday. If you're in the area, you know, please stop by. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's some things going on downtown. Open Streets is having a little event also, which I also posted on our page. The Hermitage and Historic Newcastle's having an event. I wish I could like bilocate myself and so that I could hop around to different ones, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, whatever you choose to do, even if you decide you're going to go out into your own space and just plant a tree and just commune with nature, go for a walk, go for a hike, acknowledge the beauty that comes back to us, acknowledge the sacredness, and just be grateful. And then start incorporating that into your daily life. So, because Earth Day shouldn't be just one day of the year. It should be something that we carry with us all the time. But the wonderful thing about creating that day of celebration, it allows people to kind of stop and pause and remember. So I'm gonna get going. Today is a day of I had my class last night I taught, and I can't believe how quickly that's gone by. We have 2 more classes left, actually 1, and then their final. They can't believe how quickly it's gone by. The class has worked really hard. It's been a great class. And I was excited yesterday because I heard from one of my Prescott peers, and they're offering me the possibility to teach another course there already when I'm just starting my first one this summer. So we'll see what happens there. Meeting some really cool folks that are aligned with all this, you know, different work that's going on. I was grateful to have been introduced to someone the other day over at the school by the president and see a lot of the real cool work that organization's doing, and they are interested in touching base with me and just talking and seeing how I might be able to help support them as well. So yeah, there's just so much good stuff going on, and I'm so excited about my dissertation writing too. Someone says, how are you doing all of that with everything else, and how are you staying motivated? And I said, because it's sitting in my passion. That's the only thing I can say, because I am darn tired. You know, there's no doubt, but it's just, I'm so excited about all of this because of the timing, and I understand now why my book I was writing was getting set up on a shelf, because I needed to create space to do this work, because it's just integrating all the things that I'm doing right now, and it's going to be able to sit in the academic space as well as in the metaphysical space. And so I'm excited. So today is also a partial day dedicated to doing some more writing as well, because I have another deadline by the end of the week to get my next turn of my draft back to my divine chair, who I totally am just so grateful for her. So yeah, so that's my Wednesday today. Woke up with a lot of gratitude. Had a lot of really nice heavy sleep. More like I was doing a lot of traveling. Probably for the past, I would say, 5 or 6 months. It takes a little bit of time when I get up in the morning to get my spirit integrated with my physical body. I'm literally laying there and watching myself trying to get up. It's an interesting experience, to say the least. And I've had a couple conversations with folks, even some of my colleagues over at the school, that people are experiencing the effects of the elevated energy coming onto the planet. And I think it's so wonderful that folks are able to be more open about asking about it, and I think once folks ask about it and they realize, this emotion that they're feeling and physical stuff that they're feeling, it's not something they need to be fearful about. It's what's going on the planet right now. So if you are having some experiences and you want to share those and ask me, and if what I can say to you will help you just focus on being in the moment of those experiences instead of maybe feeling a little bit fearful, feel free to reach out, because I think that's it right there. Once the 95% of it is to know that you're not going crazy. No, it is natural for what's going on right now, understanding that it's not something for you to be fearful about, and to just allow yourself to receive what it is you're receiving. So with that, I want to get going, because we're in the day, and I hope you have a great day. All right.